But for the Miller family, home became a tomb built of wood and glass. In the quiet suburbs of Ohio, a Victorian mansion went on sale for a price that felt like a gift. Mark and Sarah Miller thought they had finally made it. They didn't know they were just checking into a slaughterhouse, where the rent was paid in blood. The first week was a dream, until the sun went down. It started with the smell, an overpowering scent of rotting lace and old peppermint that seemed to bleed from the wallpaper. Then came the sound, a rhythmic, heavy thump-drag, echoing from the attic. "Mark, someone is upstairs," Sarah whispered on the fourth night, her eyes wide in the dark. Mark grabbed a flashlight. "It's just an old house, honey. Probably squirrels." But as the beam of his light hit the attic door, the scratching stopped. A voice, thin and dry like sandpaper, drifted through the wood. "I've made the beds. Come sleep forever." Panic set in the next morning. Mark grabbed the brass handle of the front door to take the family to a hotel. It wouldn't budge. The windows were worse. When Leo, their teenage son, tried to smash the glass with a hammer, the surface rippled like dark oil. The glass didn't break. The glass swallowed the hammer. Suddenly, the temperature dropped until their breath turned to mist. At the top of the grand staircase, she appeared. The granny. She was draped in a nightgown so filthy it looked like it was made of grave dirt. Her eyes were milky white, reflecting no light, and in her hand, she gripped a wooden cane, tipped with a jagged, rusted iron spike. "You're not leaving," she rasped, her jaw unhinging unnaturally. "A house needs a family to keep it warm." Mark charged up the stairs, a desperate father trying to save his son. But the granny didn't move like an old woman. In a blur of gray fabric, she vanished and reappeared behind him. One swift, brutal swing of the iron-tipped cane caught Mark in the back of the neck. Crack! His body tumbled down, landing at the feet of his screaming wife. For the next 3 days, the house became a shifting labyrinth. Every door they opened led back to the living room where Mark's body lay. Leo was the next to go. He thought he found a way out through the basement coal chute. As he crawled into the darkness, the walls of the chute constricted like a throat. Sarah heard his muffled screams, followed by a wet, crunching sound. Then, silence. Sarah was the last. She sat in the center of the kitchen, watching the shadows. The granny walked out of the darkness, not with a weapon, but with a bowl of gray, rotting porridge. "Eat, dearie," the granny whispered, her cold fingers stroking Sarah's hair. "You're going to be here. A long, long time." When the police finally broke the door down weeks later, the house was empty. No furniture, no clothes, and no Millers. The only thing they found was a single old rocking chair in the nursery, swaying back and forth in a room with no wind. Fear loading.